Do you know where the next revolution will happen? Okay, not a war-torn country, not a dictatorship, but right here in Nepal. Okay, this is Nepal, a land of mountains, rivers, and ancient traditions. But today, this peaceful nation is facing a storm. A storm not of nature, but of people. The new generation, Generation Z, has awakened. In the heart of Kathmandu, in front of Singha Durbar and the Supreme Court, flames rose. The symbol of justice, the Supreme Court of Nepal set on fire during mass protests. For many, this moment became the cry of a generation that refuses to stay silent. For 8 straight months, the streets of Kathmandu have been a sea of humanity. A desperate cry for democracy and an end to the old order. We traveled to Nepal to meet the youth who are leading this revolution. They are called Gen Z, born in a digital age, connected by TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. But beyond the screens, they are marching in real life, chanting Nyai, Chai, Chohincha, justice is needed. We interviewed hundreds of young Nepalis, some with degrees, others with calloused hands from a day's work. Each had a story, each had a dream for their country. Our future we will save. These are the words painted on banners, shouted in protests, and whispered among friends. Many young Nepalis feel that their country has been hijacked by leaders who have traded their votes for personal gain. For my generation, politics is not about parties or leaders. It's about hope for a better tomorrow, said one protester. This is a movement like no other. No single leader, no single party. It's about an entire generation. A generation that craves transparency, good governance, and jobs. Until recently, such protests were rare in Nepal. Now they've become commonplace. So what's driving this change? The answer is simple. Desperation. Desperation for a better life, for a future that looks brighter than the one they're inheriting. As Nepal descended into chaos, many asked, why Nepal? What's so special about this small Himalayan nation? And we discovered the secret. It lies in its people, the youth who are tired of being sidelined, ignored, and suffocated. Today, the average age in Nepal is just 20. That's younger than India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. It's a country where half the population is under 25. These are the children of democracy. Born after the fall of the monarchy in 2008, they've never known a different Nepal. A Nepal without freedom, without democracy, and without hope. But now they're taking it all for granted. Corruption, broken roads, unfulfilled promises. Nothing makes them angrier than seeing their country's potential go to waste. So when the Supreme Court caught fire, the world's eyes turned to Nepal. Was this chaos? Or was this a desperate cry for reform? Perhaps both. But for the youth, the fire was not destruction. It was rebirth. A signal that justice must be rebuilt from the ashes. But the question is, will anyone listen? Will the leaders hear the message carried by the flames? Only time will tell. This is not just a fight against an oppressive government. Gen Z in Nepal is fighting hopelessness, unemployment, and a future without opportunity. With one of the youngest populations in South Asia, Nepal's destiny lies in their hands. And what does the future hold? Well, If the recent local elections are any indication, the youth vote is slowly turning into a political force. Many young, independent candidates won, signaling a shift in power. But this is not just anger. It is also vision. Young Nepalis are starting startups in Lalitpa, creating music in Pokhara, coding apps in Dharan. They're showing that change is not only on the streets, it's also in the classrooms, in the laptops, and in the ideas. Their spirit reminds us of another revolution, the Arab Spring, which toppled dictators and awakened nations. Could Nepal be the next success story? Could this tiny Himalayan kingdom become a beacon of hope for South Asia? The world has seen many revolutions before, but what is rising in Nepal is unique. It is youthful, creative, and unstoppable. Generation Z has declared Hamro Desh, Hamro Bhabisya, our country, our future, and this time they might just save it.